Hello. I hope you're all doing well. And if not, I at least hope that your night improves. Hello, Bree. I hope you're doing well. Okay. So tonight, gonna be sharing a few updates before we get into readings. And of course, the first update that we're going to be getting into is announcing a winner for the giveaway that was done in the Discord. So
:D.
Egg! Thank you for subscribing in advance for 3 months. Or no, that's just, wow, you've been around for 3 months already. That's your third. God, why did I read that wrong? I really could make those more clear. But anyway. So of course. Oh yeah. I think you popped in around like, I want to say sometime around May? Maybe a little bit earlier than that. So, you've been around for a bit. It was April or May? I can't fucking remember. Yeah, same. My memory only works when it fucking wants to. Hey, Varoth! So, as I was saying, of course, the first update we're going to share here is going through the process of choosing a winner for the giveaway that was done in the Discord. And for those who may not have been in the Discord and seen the announcement, thanks to Egg,
the Egg System
who generously donated a 5-card reading with both add-ons. We were able to do a giveaway for that in the Discord community. And so today we're going to actually go through the process of randomly selecting the winner. And yeah. So also thank you.
The Egg System gifted a tier 1.
Why did it just it replayed that? So I was about to say, thank you for gifting a sub to Varoth, Egg. Exactly, Varoth, exactly. So, for the giveaway, let me go ahead. Varoth. Alrighty. So, to explain the process a little bit, what I'm going to do, for the entries, this makes it easier since there were only 2. There were only 2 entries, Varoth and Bree. So what we're going to do is for each of you, we're going to generate a random number between 1 and 100. That'll be your number. And to select the winner, we're going to generate a third random number and take the absolute value of the resulting sum of those numbers. or subtraction of those numbers, rather. So we'll take the generated number, subtract each of your numbers from it, and whoever's closest wins. Okay? Okay. I hope that makes sense. Thank you, Vardoth, because my brain doesn't like to math anymore. But that's what we have calculator apps for, so I don't have to do the fucking math. Exactly. What Bree said. Alrighty. So, first we're gonna generate a number here for Vardoth. Between 1 and 100. Your number is 88. Alrighty. Let's put that in. Second is for Bree. Are you kidding? Why did you just generate the same fucking number? It just generated the same fucking number. Such is the nature of random numbers. Let's try it out again. 15. Alrighty. There's your number, Bree. Okay, I'm gonna give it a few seconds so that we don't have the same fucking problem again. Because I don't know what the random number, like, algorithm is, so I'm not sure exactly. There are lots of methods to do that, actually. So. Okay. Let's see what our generated number to subtract from is. It is 6. Luckily, there's no math involved there, Bree, you're the winner. Alrighty, so Bree, you've won the giveaway for the reading. So, let me post that announcement. Let me go ahead and post that announcement in the Discord really quick. And later I'll contact you for an email so we can go ahead and arrange your reading. So. Alrighty. Okay.
The Egg System gifted a tier 1 sub to Arbry 2. They have given 4.
I heard that even though I'm not looking at stream right now. Thank you, Egg. Thank you for gifting a sub to Bree. Alrighty. Alright. So, that's that. The second update, before we get into the readings, for those who don't know, I've been working on a tarot journal template for a few months now. I unfortunately have not made enough progress to release it yet, but I do want to share an update with you today. Okay? So, a few of you may have already seen the template. As it stands, this is currently where we're at. Though there is one more thing that I want to add. The only thing that I still need to work on currently, besides the thing that I want to add, is filling in, all of the card meanings in the card meanings journal. So, this is what it currently looks like right now, and I'll go ahead and go through it a little bit so you can see what it's like. So, here we have an overview of all of the contents of this tarot journal template. And because for me, tarot and shadow work are very, very closely linked, because that is where my specialty lies, is within readings involving shadow work and self-reflection. So I of course included a shadow work journal along with this. So this is where your readings will pop up, so you can just quickly access and get an overview of everything that you've done recently. If you add your own meanings, or in the card meanings journal, there's also a section for you to journal about what the card means to you personally and what patterns have been showing up for the cards. So anytime an update is a card is updated, it'll move up to the top here. And that's something I don't think I've changed yet. Well, actually, no, that was only something I did in my own personal copy of this. This will essentially show you a list of all your decks, so you get an overview of all your decks as well. Because for some of us, like myself, kind of tend to collect a lot of decks. So, yeah. You don't want to know how many I have right now, okay? Just don't ask about it. Don't ask about it. So, this will give you an overview of all of your readings, of course. This will give you an overview of all of your shadow work, journaling. This will give you an overview of all of your decks and stuff, like a full complete view, because this is only limited to showing 10 entries at a time for all of these different views. Oop. And before I get into the card meanings journal, there is a bit of information down here at the bottom too. This, of course, if you haven't noticed, is the affirmations from the affirmations bot. This gives you time and date, and also tells you what phase the moon is in. Because working with the cycles of the moon is very, very useful for shadow work, which is why this is included. And I will include info about that once this journal is actually released. This just includes a little bit of overview about what this template is for and what I created it for. There are, of course, credits for everything that is used here. And I also include recommended resources for various things, though this list is not complete. It is not complete. There will be much, much more before this is done. And going into the card meanings journal, I'll actually give you an overview of what it looks like. So, haven't gotten... This is where all the work is. This is what still has a lot of work to be put into it. Because there are fucking 78 cards and a lot of information to fill in. So far, this is where we're at. And there is information, I'll actually show you here, there is information that isn't shown on the overview of the cards. If you open each card, there's much, much more information, including astrological associations. There's a description of the symbolism that's on the card, and then, of course, more in-depth upright and reversed meanings. And this is the space where you can enter your own insights and start journaling about what each card means to you personally, and what patterns are starting to show up for you. There is, and I'll show you evidence of this by showing you my actual own personal tarot journal, okay? We'll show you that in a minute. There's also a lot of data here that will essentially be a lot of data points here that'll kind of like connect up to kind of help you notice patterns within your readings and within usage of decks, cards, and including spreads. That is one thing I have not added yet. That is one thing I will be adding. That is one thing that I decided quite a while ago that I want to add, but first I've been trying to put as much work as I can into filling in the card meanings. And I'll show you how that actually works once I actually get into like my own like personal tarot journal. I'll show you like what sort of data is like shown, and that data shows up in the both here, it'll show up here for like readings that you've done, and it'll tell you when the card last showed up for you. But most of that information will actually be shown in your readings journal. Right here. your readings, you'll essentially link the cards that you got. This links back to your card meanings journal. The decks also links back to the deck list, so it can gather and connect information. And then what happens is, as you're doing a reading for yourself and entering a reading for yourself, it'll list all the cards that showed up in your reading. So you get an overview. Of the meanings of the card, and of course you can click it and open it to see the more in-depth information for each card. And it also collects information about all of the readings that it showed up in, so you can go back and look back at other readings to see when these cards actually start showing up for you. And in the journal entry for your readings, there is an entry specifically for that. So you can start journaling about what patterns might be actually starting to appear between cards, between readings. And I'll show you here how this actually looks in action. I'll show you my own personal journal. So for mine, I've been like, I used to have an old version of a like very basic template that I just created for myself, but it didn't have a lot of these like data points. And also I just kind of fell out of practice of keeping up with it. It was essentially a digital version of my actual physical journal, because I used to actually physically journal about the readings that I gave myself, and physically journaling about it and then going and entering all of that information digitally got kind of tiring, so I fell out of practice with it. So I have included a copy of my old readings journal, but I kind of haven't finished filling it in with all the entries from my physical journal, so that's still something I've been myself having to like work on a little bit when I have the energy for it. But anyway, so for instance, this is essentially what it looks like in action. It'll list for each card all of the readings that it's appeared in. And it even links to my old readings journal. So then you can just kind of click on old readings and see what they were kind of telling you. So you can start noticing patterns. So that's essentially how it'll function, and how those data points will connect once you actually yourself put it into action. So, there's still a lot of work here that needs to be put into all of the card meanings. I don't have a good chunk of them are unfilled. A good chunk of them are unfilled. Lots of them are unfilled. But yeah, so that is current progress. As far as like timeline of when I'd like to have it released, I'm not sure. because it's been taking a lot longer than I wanted it to. But I've been putting a lot into it. A lot into it. So, yeah. Like there's a lot that goes into this, even though it may not like seem like it. There is a lot that goes into it, especially when it comes to just kind of like trying to put like trying to put your interpretations of cards into like word, put it into form. There's actually a lot that goes into it, and it's not always as easy as it like seems. So that's what I've been working on for about 2 months. I've worked on it like through August and September. And like the last week or so of like July, I want to say. So it's been slightly over 2 months. So it'll be done when it's done. I'm not going to like put a whole lot of pressure on myself and just push myself too hard to just get it done. I'm going to take my time with it and put everything I can into it so that it can essentially be everything I want it to. So that is the second update there. So, yeah. So, that is something that I will be finishing. That is not a project that is going to go like abandoned and like unfinished. I will tell you that much. So. But anyway, I guess the other update the final update that I have to share is that, it's about the coffee goal there. So, as I announced like a couple days ago on the Discord server, we completed the last goal on coffee. And those decks are on the way. They should be here sometime this week, in fact. So I'll hopefully have those to share with you soon. But those 3 decks that are part of the goal are not the only decks that are coming this week, okay? I have also been saving up a little bit so that I could purchase another set of decks that I've been wanting for a while. And they're decks that I will be using to expand my offerings on coffee, for the coffee readings that are available in my commission shop. And also here on Twitch, of course, too. So, you know how this deck here, the Embroidered Graveyard Oracle, can be used to communicate with spirit and see what guides and ancestors want to tell you? Yeah? Well, there's another deck that I've been wanting for a bit that's called the Beloved Dead Oracle, that is essentially meant for the same purpose. That one, however, focuses on archetypes, to kind of help give you a sense of what your ancestors and guides might be like and what wisdom they want to pass down to you. And that is something that we will be leaning into this month. Just gonna put that out there, okay? Because I keep getting the message to step out of my comfort zone. So we're gonna fucking do that this month, okay? We're going to see this month, once those decks arrive, what sort of information we can gather about spirit guides and ancestors. And I will be doing readings on stream focusing on that. Okay? I've had that planned since back in like fucking... I've had that planned since back in like June. I'm not even kidding. And I was hoping that by the time I was able to actually buy those decks so we could do those sorts of readings, I was also hoping that we would hit this goal, and we did much earlier than I thought we would. So yes, this month, once those decks arrive, we're going to be doing some readings, trying to connect with spirit, okay? And connect with ancestors. So, and alongside that, there's also a couple of other decks that I ordered as well. The second one is called the Witching Hour Oracle, that's made by one of the co-creators of the Seasons of the Witch series of decks. That one focuses on like a journey into witchcraft and developing a practice. The third one that I ordered is this one here. You've seen it on the Discord, likely, because I did post a picture about it because it was funny. We can use this one at some point if you would like me to. So, this one is essentially focuses on and is based on the system of astrology that was practiced back in ancient Egypt. So, if that sounds interesting, we can use that one at some point on stream. And also, I kind of ordered because we surpassed the goal total for the last set of decks that were the coffee goal. I kind of had enough extra to order a secret fourth deck with the money from that. That one should also be arriving here sometime this week or early next week. So, in other words, a lot of decks coming, okay? and I hope to share them all with you soon. We might, with the secret deck, just a hint. with the secret deck, we also might be able to do another themed night. We might be able to do another themed night that goes along with this deck here, perhaps. So yeah. So that's it for all the updates. Now, let's go ahead and fucking get into the readings tonight, yeah? Alright, we're gonna start with a really quick collective. And while we do this, while I shuffle here and see what we need to hear right now, the two decks that are part of... I'll explain the two decks that are part of the current coffee goal, the new coffee goal. One of them is a cat oracle deck called Lessons from a Cat. The second is an angel numbers deck. The angel numbers deck has been calling to me pretty strongly for a while. But recently, it, like, really just ramped up. So... that is what the two decks are for the new goal. Oof. Okay, that just... We have the Queen of Wands. Yes, that's Wands. Queen of Wands. The Five of Coins. Oh boy. Oh boy. And the Knight of Coins. So there are some struggles right now. There's struggles right now going on. Of the financial sort. Probably. For some of us. And this might be kind of causing you to just kind of, it's kind of, you know, like, keeping you down and, like, making you, you know, like, making you down a little bit. However, occasionally, probably, however, I know that's, I know that's occurring currently for, like, a couple of us, like, myself included. I've been operating on a very tight budget for, like, quite a while. It takes me a long time to, like, save up for anything, and that kind of, you know, makes me feel down quite frequently, because, you know, I very frequently just worry about things. and, you know, like, survival and all that stuff. And I get really in my head about it a lot. So, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. However, this isn't just about financial struggles, of course. There could just be something, some place where you're just kind of feeling a little bit left out in the cold. And just feeling alone. Okay? It's okay. The message that comes along with this is, specifically with the 5 of coins, is, alongside that other message, it's also reminding you not to ignore what's right in front of you and accept help when it's offered, okay? Don't be afraid to accept help when it's offered. You deserve love and compassion from yourself, yes, but also from others. There are a lot of people that care about you, whether you see it or not, okay? This also includes the love and support of, you know, your guides and such, okay? But there are also people in this realm of existence that also care about you, okay? And I know it can be difficult to accept that. It can be difficult to, to be open to these things, okay? But just be open to the possibility, okay? Be open to the possibility that things can get better, that things won't always be this way, and that there are people who care enough about you that may want to help you when they're able. And remember not to let these delays in, like, straightening this shit out and getting your shit together is a phrase that comes to mind for some reason. Even though there might be some delays in that, and things might not be going exactly the way that you want them to, and it's taking longer than you want it to, just, ooh. Trust that it's on its way to you is a phrase I just heard. Okay? Just keep doing what you can. Keep taking the actions that you can. Okay? Alrighty. Let's see what the purple one said. Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is this the only card you're gonna give? Uh-oh. I think it might be the only cards you're gonna give. Yeah. Okay. Brace yourself. Brace yourself. This one actually, I think, just popped up in the collective reading I posted, I want to say, on Sunday. We have cacao. Cacao. You are loved, you are held, and you already are everything you seek. Keywords are embrace, open heart, and tenderness. It is 5, yes. Your higher self chose this card because cacao is such a comforting drink to experience. It's like a hug from your nearest and dearest, and when this card appears, it's a message from Spirit, acknowledging any emotional hurt and pain you have felt. Whether you have experienced a breakup, the loss of a loved one, disappointment, or betrayal, cacao reminds you that it is safe to open your heart again. However, do not feel rushed to welcome love from another before you have found love from yourself. For yourself, rather. What does it mean to you to feel loved, supported, and emotionally nourished? How would your life look and feel if you loved and accepted yourself unconditionally? Feel your heart with the feelings these visualizations invoke and allow them to gently soften you little by little. This card is also a reminder that you are worthy of being loved. You are not broken, no matter what past experiences might have led you to believe. You are a good, kind-hearted, gentle soul whose light is needed in the world. Please don't allow anyone's poor treatment to prevent you from letting others experience your light. And now you see why I said to brace yourselves. Alright. What message do you want to share? Ooh! On point today, huh? We have 2 cards. The first is Overcome. The second, going very in line with today's date and this month, Samhain Veilwalker. Alrighty. Overcome is card 24. Okay, I'm mostly going to focus on the spirit communing section for these cards, okay? So, let's see. It can be hard to do nothing. Sometimes the hardest action to take is the one not taken. But there is strength in waiting, gaining patience, to practicing self-discipline. Overcome presents itself when your spirits and ancestors are cheering you on. They are cheering for the marathon you have in you, not the sprint. What is the thing in your life you need to slowly chip away at? It may look like nothing is happening, but you are getting there in time. Patience, dear one. Try the Manifest Goals with Ancestor spell on page 228 and make a plan with them by your side. So, they're also here to remind you that they're here alongside you, helping you. And that they're also cheering you on, okay? They're saying you got this shit. So don't you fucking give up. And then we have Samhain Veilwalker. Oh no. After my reading last night, this one's just kind of like... this one's actually kind of funny. This is quite literally a calling card from the spirit world to you. When this card presents itself, someone is trying to get into contact with you. It is up to you if you wish to allow this contact. Grab your goodbye card and perform the severing spell on page 220 if you have fear, or perform a quick protection spell, and then ask the cards to follow up a follow-up question to learn more about the energy or spirit that is reaching out. A favorite question of mine is, does this energy spirit have good intentions? We only communicate with fucking spirit guides and those that have good intentions. So, yes. Or is working with this energy spirit in alignment with my highest self and for the greater good of all. Trust your instincts here and consider using the deity introduction spread on page 246 as the energy coming through could be deity trying to establish a connection. Well... Yeah, Freya, I'll fucking get to it, I promise. Okay. So, shall we do a follow-up card? See what sort of energy might be present, might be calling. This might just be your spirit guides asking you to connect with them, and we'll see what they have to say. We'll see what it has to say about that. So, what energy is present here? Ah. Okay. We have a few here. We're just gonna read the spirit communing section though. The first one is twins. And then we had 2 more cards pop out, and then a final 4th one. These might be different energies present with different people, okay? So it's up to you to see what one calls to you most. We have twins, nourish, brother, and lovers. Twins. Twin spirits meet you in this moment, living or past. Either side of you, they happily sit and welcome you to play in their games of imaginary tea parties. They want you to know you are not alone, even if you feel it. There are other people out there who have been through similar situations to you. Find them online or in groups. Talk and listen. Know that you are heard and accepted because the community you find will hold space for you. Oh. So that one's reiterating again that you're not alone. You have people both in spirit and in the flesh that are here to support you, okay? And nourish. Your ancestors and spirit guides exist outside of the shackles of time, and as a result they hold infinite wisdom in their messages. They are capable of big picture thinking at a moment's notice. When this card comes to you, they are asking that you trust them, dream big, and then, most importantly, do the steps. Have bravery here because this will test you. Give yourself permission to take to the skies. You could soar if you would only let yourself trust in your wings. So that one's just a spirit. And then we have brother. A brother spirit has come to meet you, and he brings with him an abundance of excitable energy, because everything in this world fascinates him. They could be living or past, and of any gender. He is so willing to pedal you anywhere you want to go on the back of his little push bike. So where will it be today? Let him cheer you up with adventure, laughter, and maybe just a pinch of mischief. If someone, male or female, presents you with his energy and an invitation for an adventure, please consider saying yes. That's Brother Spirit guiding you to accept more fun into your life. So, someone who wants you to lighten up a little. Who wants to make you laugh. Maybe cause a little mischief. I already know who that one is for me. And then we have lovers. The spirit of a lover is coming through. Chat with them using the guidance from a specific spirit spread on page 244. They could be living or past. This could be your lover or someone of any gender who identifies as being the romantic and daydreamer type. Their message is to love deeper, truer, and more often. Kiss longer, hug tighter, make time for passion and sensuality. Laugh and talk open and honestly. Truly let your lover in. Shed the fear of rejection because they will love you all the more for seeing your flaws. Because to them they aren't flaws at all, but quirks that they absolutely adore about you. Oh. I love that. Okay. Well. If you felt any of his energies present, maybe it's time to, look into that a little more. Try to connect with it a little more. See what Spirit wants to tell you. Alrighty, so I hope that message helped for anyone who needs to hear it. My goodness, it would help if I could talk. Alrighty. And with that, let us go ahead and open the queue, yeah? Okay. Queue is open. So. Alright. Fucking hiccups, man. I should take a drink really quick before I get into first reading here. Right on time. There you are. Hello. Sure. If that's alright with you, Egg. That's fine. No worries. Okay. Alright, let's see. What message do you need to hear today? Why did that card pop out and put itself back in the deck? Okay. It literally just put itself back in the deck. Okay, we're gonna. It's still sticking out mostly from the deck, so I think we're gonna go ahead and pull it out. That's funny. Alrighty. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. So the card that popped out and then partially back in is the Six of Coins. And then we have the Nine of Swords and the Queen of Cups. That is cups, yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. So. Yeah. Essentially the message here is like, so you're you're very kind and generous to others, but there's still some anxieties and some just issues with vulnerability that just kind of prevent you for accepting it for yourself. Okay? And you're being asked, he wants you to freely accept this for yourself, okay? Accept that kindness. Accept the things that are offered to you from others, okay? It's okay to be afraid. Yeah, I know. It's a very, a message that likes coming up a lot. But, essentially, it's just asking you to keep working on it, yeah. Keep working on that fear. And learning to accept this for yourself. From others and also from him. Automod, come on! Yeah, I know the sentiment, okay? I know the sentiment with, Mr. Sass there. Like, it's something I get in my head a lot about too, okay? For myself. accepting like kindness and generosity from others, and accepting love from others, and trusting in the things that I'm experiencing. Especially with like guides and like intuition and all that sort of shit. I struggle with it a lot. And I know you and I quite literally just talked about this a few days ago. That's a song by Chapel Rowan, right? Yeah. I've been meaning to listen to her, so. Is it Rowan? Okay. Yeah. She seems great. It's just kind of been sad to see with like her being like torn apart on social media. Especially in the midst of like trying to set boundaries and stuff, but yeah. There'll always be people that will always misinterpret the things you say. No amount of trying to explain like your position as best and as thoroughly as you can will matter to people like that, so yeah. So, I completely understand what it's like to struggle with accepting kindness and stuff from others. It's still something that I struggle with a lot. Because there's still a part of me that feels undeserving. And yeah, childhood trauma will do that to you, unfortunately, but it's something I'm working on. Yeah. I understand that too, very, very well. I struggle with trusting people. I've even struggled, like, intensely with trusting my guides. And they've lovingly just kind of, like, yelled at me from time to time about it, especially Mr. Sass. But if we keep ourselves closed off, if we keep ourselves closed off and keep ourselves from experiencing those things, we'll never really get to experience what we truly want. And it's scary to put yourself out there. It is. Whether that be with just trying to make friends or trying to find love. Mr. Sass doesn't give me an option for that one, though. He's gonna show me love no matter what. So, yeah. But yeah, so just keep working on this. Keep working on learning to trust yourself. And open up to others. So, just keep working on it. It takes time. That one just kind of shot out. Maple tree. Maple sounds delicious now. Look. Should get myself next month. Or not next month, it's already October, son of a bitch. Sometime this month, I need to get myself a nice bottle of maple syrup for the next batch of apple cider that I make. God, that'll be good. Also, like, just gonna say, by the way, if anyone wants me to share any other recipes of, like, the things that I've made recently, I will happily do so. Because I am... I kind of, like, adapt my own recipes. I'll find a recipe that's, like, a good basis for things, but, like... I'll adapt them to make them better. I just really look at recipes sometimes just for like an idea of like the sort of things that need to go into something. Like I just looked at like an apple cider recipe for like a slow cooker just to kind of see what ratios I needed to work with, and I found one that works, so I did the same thing with spiced muffins that I made for the autumn equinox last month too. And pot roast is pot roast. I just find I typically go for like pork loin. I usually buy pork loin fillets. Toss it in a slow cooker with some veggies. I usually go for at least potatoes and carrots. But I prefer adding onion and celery to it as well. And just toss in a bunch of spices and just fill up the fucking slow cooker with water. And a little bit of like either chicken broth, or because it's like it stores a lot longer, I use chicken bouillon. You can get it in like really big jars. for like pretty cheap, honestly, too. So yeah, that's just kind of to boost the flavor. I usually go for chicken. Chicken like a bouillon, and I usually like pork roast, but that's only because beef typically is like really expensive and I kind of have to be careful with what I spend. So yeah. Well, yeah, I can't exactly, if you don't know how to make pork roast, I can kind of guide you with like a general idea of how to make one, because I never measure shit when it comes to pork roast. I just toss that shit in until it feels right. No measuring involved. But for the baking stuff and for the apple cider, yes, I do measure. To an extent, but yes. The apple cider, the apple cider recipe doesn't have to be exactly. Fucking exactly. Yes. Yes. Baking has to be exact, especially when you're using like leaveners and stuff. It has to be exact. Baking is indeed a science, but there is a lot of creativity involved with cooking. And you can be very creative with baking as well, but there are certain rules that you have to follow. But yes, the apple cider recipe that I came up with can be made in a slow cooker, but if you don't have a slow cooker, you can also just cook it for a few hours in like a pot. So yeah. But yeah, if you want me to share the fucking apple cider recipe, I'll happily do so. And if you want me to share the spiced muffin recipe, I will happily do that as well. Because both of those would be good for like October as well, if you want to do like a little mini celebration for Samhain and put out an offering. Both apple and like apple would be a good thing for because apple is associated with like a divination. So fucking bots. But anyway. Apple is like commonly associated with divination, so if you're like doing divination spells and stuff, apple is like a good thing to work with. There are also other associations with apple, but it's very like closely connected to spirit and stuff as well. So if you want to make like an offering of like apple cider and like baked goods, like the spiced muffins, if you add, it can be adapted to add like pumpkin in it too, and I was planning on getting pumpkin, like a can of pumpkin next later this month, so I can like start working on like a pumpkin variant of the spiced muffins, because all the spices that are in it are found in like pumpkin pie. So pumpkin spice muffins, yeah, those will also go good together. And pumpkin very, very much is very, of course, associated with Samhain and like Halloween and stuff, so you know. If you want to make those for this like month for like Samhain, I will happily share those recipes with you. Welcome back. So yeah, I'll post those in the Discord sometime. If you want to like make those for yourself, and maybe like make an offering out of it. Like I offered mine like on the autumn equinox. I offered mine a bowl of pot roast, a muffin, and a mug of apple cider with optional bourbon to put in it if they wanted it. So anyway, maple tree. There is a change coming that is so big it will shift all that exists. Keywords are good fortune, signs of welcome change, dramatic changes, similar to Wheel of Fortune in tarot. Ooh. Your higher self chose this card because it is a gloriously happy one that brings with it much improved circumstances and bliss. The eclipse tomorrow is going to bring about a lot of change for everyone. The solar eclipse tomorrow kind of it's essentially closing old chapters so that new ones can begin. It's tying up loose ends, removing what needs to be removed so that new things can be brought in, okay? So yes, there's going to be a lot of change for a lot of us. I've been getting those messages for like a long ass time, and I knew, like, before I even knew anything about like the eclipse tomorrow, I knew that this would be like a significant turning point. So when you receive Maple Tree, you can expect dramatic change, good fortune, and a positive resolution to your situation. It may feel like the universe is shining down on you and offering an unusual amount of good luck and well wishes. Take advantage of this happy energy while you can. Now is a good time to focus on taking action and manifesting dreams. If you have felt stagnant, receiving this card is a sign that your situation will begin to move forward and will resolve in your favor. Be on the lookout for different or increased opportunities, a financial windfall, meeting someone new who has great potential to be more, a sudden revival of a relationship or career, or a greater sense of confidence, strength, and creative expression. This card also serves as a yes and is your confirmation that the path you have inquired about is the right one to take. Be sure to be generous with what you have. There's no need to give away your life savings or renounce material possessions in the pursuit of charity, unless that is what you feel called to do. But sharing your good favor helps to extend the happy period. The more light you send into the world, the more you can expect in return. It is Libra season after all. And this... yeah. This solar eclipse is indeed going to be a new moon in Libra, so... just saying. Because all lunar eclipses are full moons. All solar eclipses are new moons. So that means the new moon eclipse occurring tomorrow is in Libra. Hey, you do, okay? Look at how much you've already done for people when it wasn't required of you. Okay? Wait. Oh, not these two together. We read this one earlier. Also, are these in focus? Because they seem a little... okay, no, it's in focus. It's fine. So that one seemed a little blurry at first. I think it was just the light reflecting off the foiling. We have Brother again, which is all about that, mischievous energy. And that energy that just kind of wants you to have fun and laugh. That sounds a little familiar, yeah? And going along with that is pinky swear. Look at the little, like, best friend fucking bracelets. Okay. So for this, I will read both the spirit communing section and the introspection section, okay? For, like, both of these cards this time. But the focus is mostly going to be in the spirit communing section. A brother spirit has come to meet you, and he brings with him an abundance of excitable energy because everything in this world fascinates him. They could be living or past, and of any gender. He is so willing to pedal you anywhere you want to go, on the back of his little push bike. So where will it be today? Let him cheer you up with adventure, laughter, and maybe just a pinch of mischief. If someone, male or female, presents you with this energy and an invitation for an adventure, please consider saying yes. That's Brother Spirit guiding you to accept more fun in your life. The introspection section for this says, the boundless energy of the brother archetype asks us to be more free and willing to go on adventure. Plan the essentials and be safe, of course, but never forget to have fun and always be on the lookout for the small things that bring you joy too. It doesn't have to be an expensive trip. It could be the rushing feeling of riding a bike downhill. When was the last time you just let go and gave yourself permission to have fun for the sake of it? Brother archetype says try it today and surprise yourself with something out of the ordinary. And pinky swear. The spirit of a best friend has come through. We may have many best friends through our lifetime. This card can also indicate the family we have chosen, and roles which may exist outside of the traditional family format. This person can be living or past. Either way, their words or a memory of them will guide you now. Don't try to mentally push for an answer, it will come to you in time. Let it hover on the horizon of your consciousness. The introspection section for this says, sometimes we ask for help, but through no fault of our friends, it's just not possible for them to help us right now. I'm not talking about toxic people. I mean the real and good people who are experiencing their own loss, life struggles, and hardships. They may not be able to give you what you are asking for, or you may not be able to give them what they require. Don't worry, your friendship will stand the test of time. This moment is temporary. Sometimes we must be our own best friend and support ourselves temporarily. Know that you have everything you need to thrive inside you already. Don't. So. I like that it says, the person can be living or past. Either way, their words or a memory of them will guide you now. So yeah. Just, trust that he's here to help you. Okay? And also, just, remember this, okay? Here no matter what. Yeah. Yeah, something just kind of told me to just, point that out. And make sure you remember that part. Okay. That's funny. That's actually apparently what Mr. Sass is. By like the modern system. He very much has, Sagittarius energy. And, there was one time I was kind of connecting with that. Connecting with that and like trying to figure out what like sort of energy he gave off, and for some reason I landed on Sagittarius Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Gemini Rising. So that's those are the vibes that Mr. Sass gives off to me. So which is funny, because if that's... He said I was, and if that's actually correct, being a Gemini, he would quite literally be, like, opposite from me, so... Because Gemini is, like, on the other... directly across from, Sagittarius is directly across from Gemini on the wheel. So... That is the wrong thing. Just tried to put the fucking Embroidered Graveyard Oracle cards in the Star Spinner Tarot deck. Oops. Okay. Alrighty. And before I forget, because it's getting close to 7, let me go ahead and just issue a last call for Q here. So if you still want to join Q, you may go ahead and do so. Also, Adam, are you still here? I assume you gotta go back to lunch soon? Or go back to work soon? I know you're on your lunch break right now. So if you want me to remove you from the queue, I can. Because I'm not sure if I probably won't be able to get to you before you have to return. Oh, thank you, Bree. Okay. Would you like to put, would you like to be put before Bree then? Okay. Let's go ahead and do that, I suppose. Okay. So. What message do you need to hear today, Adam? Let's see. Okay. Reversed. Reversed. Okay. So we have seven of coins reversed. The Queen of Swords. And the Three of Wands. Okay. So there's definitely this message of just kind of like struggling struggling to see like the point in continuing things, because you feel like there's like no progress being made here. Okay. Because you're not seeing any progress and stuff, and things aren't exactly like going the way you want them to, and because that work hasn't paid off yet, you're struggling because you haven't seen any results. You're struggling to essentially just kind of like see the point. The point in continuing, the point in progressing and moving forward. So, however, the message here, that's mostly coming from, that's coming from the 7 of Coins reversed here. So, the message here, however, is to get clear about what it is that, just get clear about things, what it is you want, where you want to go, what you need to be doing, what actions you need to take. Reflect on what's working and what isn't, and let go of the things that aren't serving you, okay? Now's the time for clarity and action, to start planning and start working towards, start taking action on those plans you make for yourself, okay? What can you be doing to bring about the change that you want to see in yourself? And let's see what the Mabon is. Apothecary cabinet. Before I forget, let me go ahead and close the queue. Okay. Apothecary cabinet. I feel like this is going to go very, very much in line with what I just said. Okay. Without practice, without befriending them, they are strangers in your path. Keywords are tools, a need to develop skills, and hard work. Your higher self chose this card because your journey is just beginning, even if it feels as though you have walked this road for ages. There are skills, resources, or tools you need before you can begin the work of calling in those big dreams. For example, when attempting to manifest more wealth, consider whether you need to overcome limited financial stories or destructive money habits that are sabotaging your efforts. Receiving a loving partner may be blocked to you until you do inner work on loving yourself. Not always true. And sometimes the love of others helps us along our path of learning to love ourselves. Experiencing supportive friendships may require you to eliminate relationships that are toxic and draining. Taking the time to do this inner work now will save you many days, months, or even years of starting over. Your soul has selected this card to gently encourage you to be honest about where you are in your journey, and what's realistically needed to begin to see results. All transformation begins with awareness, and starting where you are is the first step towards a radical shift in your situation. Your life could be completely different 6 months from now with the right tools at your disposal and a willingness to do the work. Alrighty. And let's see what the embroidered gradient here. Of course. Self-love. Ouch. That card also just mentioned it too. So I'm gonna read the entire card for this, the entire entry for this card, okay? Imagine if we looked in the mirror and instead of seeing beauty, which is only skin deep, we saw through to our bones. Our strong and supportive bone structure that holds us up and provides the backbone for our movements. The sturdy foundation our entire body is built upon. Imagine little children raised to be as strong as their bones and told they can do anything. The skin is all society sees, and therefore the skin holds all of society's judgments and labels. The bones don't. And now you see my true reason for wanting to make this oracle. A visual exercise exploring what we are if we remove the external and all the baggage it holds, and glimpse a part of the internal. Self-love says look past the skin, see the strength beneath and know that you are supported. After all, our bones are so strong they will outlive us. Which is true. Our bones are the last things remaining of our physical form. Which is why, throughout history in pretty much every culture, bone tools have been used for just about everything. Because they're so durable. Spirit communing section. If only you looked at yourself the way we, your spirit family, do. If you loved yourself the way we love you... Hello! Thank you for the bits. I hope you're doing well. Okay. If only you looked at yourself the way we, your spirit family, do. If you loved yourself the way we love you, then you would see how perfect you are. In every way. When the inner critic speaks loudly and incessantly, try to remember they do not speak the truth, and you are so much more than the sum of your parts. Come and talk with us whenever the inner critic gets too loud. Try the Yo Ancestors, Please Hype Me Up spread on page 260. I love the name of that spread. Oh my god. Again, let your guides uplift you, okay? Let them love you. Let them help you. Let them help you see the truth of yourself, okay? Don't listen to that harsh inner critic. It's not who you are. And the introspection section for this card says, if you have any fear of trying something new, or have trouble giving yourself that much needed self-love, remember that your bones are carbon, the very stuff the earth and stars are made of. There's sparks of electricity in your heart and brain. There is water in your blood, air in your lungs, and starlight bursts from your smile. You are every element. There is a universe inside you, a small part of the very same one that made you. You deserve to try, and you are so much more than your worst anxieties. Oh, that card's so sweet. Okay. I hope that message helped. I loved that card. It was so sweet. it is kind of going in line with this too, the Queen of Swords, because sometimes this inner voice can be quite harsh. Because the Queen of Swords can also has that element of like honesty to it as well. But sometimes that honesty turns into rather than honesty, you're just getting kind of, you know, veering into the territory of just like overly critical. And then that harsh inner critic starts like popping up and it's just like, but what about this and this? And it tries telling you that those are the truths. It's just like, no. No. So I hope that message helps. Okay. Okay. Just one moment. Need to take this. Need to take a drink really quick. Have a delicious Snickers iced coffee that I've been drinking for a while. It mostly just tastes like it adds like a sort of peanutty flavor to the coffee. And that peanut flavor actually does complement the coffee really well. So it's just like a little... It's not the best iced coffee, of course, but it's like $3 a bottle. I get it occasionally. It's good. It's not bad. Thank you, Brie. Yeah, we don't, we have that one, but the only reason, okay, so, like, I don't know if any of you are aware of, like, the fact that Walmart, so kind of similarly to how Amazon has Amazon Prime, Walmart has a service that's called Walmart Plus that makes it so that any, like, shipping or, like, delivery fees are like removed. Like if you want to get like groceries delivered, it removes like the delivery fee if you order at least like $35 worth of like things, and if you're just having like items shipped to you, it removes like delivery fees entirely, no matter how low that total is. There are a lot of other benefits to it as well, including one, which is what I use it for. Besides like the free delivery and stuff, free grocery delivery and stuff, it also gives you access to Walmart rewards, which allows you to redeem certain offers on like various products that give you like rewards cash. The only reason I get these coffees every once in a while is because they're frequently an item that you can get rewards cash for. And that rewards cash helps me greatly. Because you can use it for just about anything. The only things that they don't allow you to use it on is like alcohol. Obviously like lottery tickets, and also gift cards. There might be a few other like restrictions there, but those are like the main ones. So, yeah. Same. Egg. Same. I live in like a small town. We have a few other like stores. Like we have like a couple regional ones, and we also have like Aldi. But Walmart remains to be like one of the cheapest places. Aside from Aldi, of course. And yeah. We only added it like we only added the option to like get delivery. Like grocery delivery and stuff, and delivery from store. Like really early on in the pandemic. A lot of bigger cities had access to that a lot sooner than we did. Like even before the pandemic, I'm pretty sure like a few big cities already had that option available, but they made it a priority when the pandemic hit and like lockdowns hit. And before that, we've had like Instacart, and I could get like delivery from like Aldi and stuff, but Aldi is limited. Aldi is very limited. They have a lot of good things, yes, but they also don't have a lot of things that I need occasionally. So, I would sometimes get like delivery from like Aldi through Instacart, but I would also like have to have my sister like go pick up groceries for me from Walmart, because we did like pickup and stuff, grocery pickup. We've had that for like quite a while, but we didn't have like the grocery delivery yet. And the reward system was something that was only like recently implemented. I think it was like a couple years ago at this point. So, ever since they implemented that, it's been like very helpful. And like also, similarly to how Amazon Prime offers like a discount if you have like food stamps or like SNAP benefits, and also like other forms of like government assistance and stuff. Just like Amazon Prime gives you a discount on like Prime, Walmart Plus also does the same thing. Normally it's like, I want to say $13 a month, but that may have increased. I don't think it has. I think it's like $13 a month, and you get half off if you have like food stamps or like SNAP or like a few other like government assistance program benefits. And it ends up only being like $6.50 a month. So, yeah. And also for anyone who like doesn't have Walmart Plus, they waive the the grocery delivery fee for anyone who has like food stamps, okay? So, you don't have to pay any delivery fees whatsoever, and they don't even give you the option to fucking tip if you use food stamps, okay? So you don't have to feel bad either for not having money to give to your delivery driver. because the option is completely removed. And the delivery drivers that they have, the employees that they have for that are actually like Walmart employees. Usually, though they will sometimes rely on like other services. But Adam would know what the program's called, but they have like a special program that like yeah. I forget what it's called, but they have a special program where they have like employees that will like essentially that are paid by Walmart and Walmart employees that will like deliver things for you. So just saying, if anyone has like food stamps, you like has like SNAP benefits, and you don't have Walmart Plus and you like struggle to get groceries for yourself, go get groceries for yourself, because like you don't always have a way. That's it. I knew it started with an S. If you don't, if you struggle to get to like a grocery store like a Walmart, to get yourself groceries and stuff, they won't charge you a delivery fee at all. If you have like food stamps, you use like SNAP benefits, okay? And you don't, they completely remove the guilt of ordering and not having like money to pay for a tip for your delivery driver, because that option is entirely removed, okay? So just saying. Yeah. I hope you have I hope the rest of your shift goes well. I'll talk to you later, Adam. So, yeah. Walmart may be scummy. But they do some things right. Especially in that regard. Exactly. Exactly. You can do your best to, you can do your best to, like, be as aware as possible of, like, all of the, all of those problems that come along with, like, capitalism and, like, ethically sourcing things. But you can't truly 100% ever ethically source anything and ethically consume anything under capitalism, because unfortunately it is a system that you still have to participate in, because there's no alternative. Unless you have enough money to go off the grid, pay for your own fucking house, get yourself set up with like solar and wind power, and start growing your own fucking food. You have to participate in society. And therefore there is truly no ethical, completely ethical consumption under capitalism. And that is a truth that far too many people, unfortunately, haven't completely come to terms with. Which leads to a lot of infighting among people. Exactly. Like, there's a limit to how much you can make without actually becoming a problem yourself. Like, to get to, you know, like, once you get past, like, fucking, like, once you get into the realm of, like, fucking, like, hundreds of millions, you've already surpassed that point. Which means that there has been some level of exploitation going on. So, if you're making that amount of money. So, yeah. And that's also another thing that leads to a lot of infighting, because, like, people start going after, like, the fucking wrong people. Go after the billionaires, the trillionaires. The people that have actually, like, directly participated in fucking, exploitation to make their fortune. Don't go after the people that are grinding their fucking, like, grinding and working their fucking ass off to get to where they are. The people who just want to fucking be comfortable and live comfortably without, like, too much worry. Yeah? Alright, let's see what we have. You breathe. Oh boy. Breakfast. Alright, let's see. One more card. Hello. Ooh. Okay. We have 7 of coins. Four of coins reversed. And Wheel of Fate, as it's called in this deck. Or Wheel of Fortune, as it's typically known. So, yeah, especially the 4 of coins reversed. So there's definitely like some guarding going on, and just kind of like you're in a bit of a pinch. Okay. And like things might be a little bit tight right now. And you might have to be like careful with where you're allocating things right now, okay? But speaking of hard work, okay? Speaking of hard work, this will begin to pay off for you, okay? coming with like the 7 of coins here, okay? This will begin to pay off for you, and you won't always be in this place of like struggle and needing to like put in this amount of effort, okay? However, this does come with a message with the 7 of coins. It does come with a message of like reflecting on what's working and what's not for you, okay? Reflect on what's working and what's not. And try to put that effort into where it will actually be useful, okay? And right now this might be, you know, like trying to get out of your like try to like work your way out of like this, you know, like struggle and debt that you're currently like finding yourself in, okay? And you might need to actually like maintain a budget just to make sure that things are in line, as controlled as you can possibly keep them, okay? And this is something I would be happy to help you with, okay? And I know I've said this before. I do have that budget template that I can like walk you through and explain to you. Though I did include like some examples. I included a couple example sheets. So anytime you're free, like feel free to reach out to me and I'll help you set that up so that you can kind of like keep things keep an awareness about like where things actually lie in terms of like finances, okay? But as was stated with like the earlier collective, things won't always be this way, and like again, the wheel of fortune here is also like pointing towards that. Trust, just like remember, trust that like, again, as I heard earlier, things are on their way to you. It might take a little time, but it will be coming, okay? It will get better. It will get better. You won't always be in this place of struggle about like having to just kind of like restrict yourself a lot and like manage your finances like this intensely, okay? It will get better. Things will get better. So just continue trying to just do what you can and ride out this struggle, okay? Also, I'm sorry, my queue's closed for the night. However, at the end here, if you want to stick around for it, I will be doing a, like, closing collective. If you want to stick around and see what that might have to say for you. But either way, thank you for stopping by. But yeah, that's fine, Bree. Like, whenever you have free time, I would happily, like, walk you through, like, the template. The budget template, okay? I can even show you an example of how I personally have mine, like, set up. But that's... mine is different. Like, the way that I have mine set up is a little bit different than the way that, like, I have, like, the other budget template set up. I track it by, like, every 2 weeks. but the way that I have the budget template set up is it goes like by month and like week by week. Yeah. But anyway, I would be happy to kind of walk you through that and explain how everything works. And with the example sheets that are like sheets that are part of like the template, all you have to do is like look at all of the data and like see what I've done to like calculate like everything, and then you can just kind of copy that and put it in like wherever else you need it. Because all you have to do is enter the information, it'll fucking calculate everything for you. So, it's quite literally like, I did a lot of work with spreadsheets and like, various other like software, like productivity software in my job in IT, and I also like, my degree had a focus in like programming and stuff, so, you know, I'm very, very much all about efficiency. So, but yes, if you're free tomorrow, like you said, and you want to reach out to me tomorrow, feel free to. Like I said, all it requires of you is that you enter all of the information. And you can copy all the like equations for the calculations from the example sheets, but I will explain how they work. So but yeah, I have mine formatted a little bit differently, like my own personal like budget sheets that I use to kind of get an idea of like how much free money I'll have and how long I have to like save for something. I have mine set up a little differently just because mine's mostly focused on like how long do I need to like save so that I can buy something that I want. So yeah, I can show you an example of mine too. But yeah. But anyway, let's see what the Oracle wants to add. Okay, we have Witch's Gathering, which just kind of like fell out, and this one which popped out, Corn Maze. This is why I think all cards should be matte, because if you have a light source nearby, it just kind of creates a glare. They should at least have like a satin finish. They don't have to be completely matte. But those are more, I know like those sorts of finishes are usually like a little bit more expensive, so. Okay. And then we have which is gathering. Gather in power, come together in grace. Unity is rising, and all will be embraced. Keywords are loyalty, faith, friendship, and cooperation. Your higher self chose this card because it is a good omen of friendship and renewed connection. This is a positive sign for you if you are seeking to reconnect with a lost friend or lover. Take steps to reach out, as your reunion will result in a joyful and positive experience. Witch's Gathering is also a great sign if you're seeking new relationships, either intimate or platonic. There are people who are just your kind of people, and you will likely go on to build rewarding, loyal, and long-lasting relationships with any new people entering your life at this time. Seek people who share your values and interests. You may be surprised to find there are many people who understand you on a soul-deep level, who have been looking for someone just like you to occupy room in their lives. This card also brings an important message. Relationships are not to be taken lightly and require care and attention. It's important to make time for people who are most important to you because they need your love and support just as much as you need theirs. And maybe even more. This card guides you to say yes to as many social invitations as possible. There are people who are very eager to meet you, and you never know when a party or night at a bar with a friend can change your life. It's even more critical for new relationships that are fragile and just beginning to take shape. If you're feeling vulnerable, it's safe to say others might be feeling something similar. Making time and doing your best confirms your desires to have others around and will go a long way in showing how much you care. So, going along with that message earlier in the earlier collective, like, if you're still kind of like getting down because you feel like getting down about like all the friendships you lost, don't worry. If you're still fearing connecting to other people and you won't find like people who truly accept you for who you are and value you, remember that there are people who genuinely care for you. And they will value the way that you deserve. Treat you the way that you deserve. And it's okay to rely on those people. To rely on those people for help. So, yeah. And then we have Cornbase. Although your path is unclear, it is there waiting for your faith to lead you. Keywords are compromising beliefs, falling off path, getting lost, and authenticity. Your higher self chose this card because life is a lot like going through a corn maze. It's a series of choices that will either lead you to freedom manifested in feelings of joy, success, feeling loved and supported, or choices that lead to feeling stuck, stagnant, confused, and lost. The next choice is always a flip of the coin, and will bring you closer to or further away from your desired outcome. Just like a corn maze, you don't get a map or a chance to plot the way before going in, but you do have a built-in guide in the form of your inner self, which knows exactly the way to go, when to turn, and when to head back and start again. Your inner self speaks to you through your beliefs and feelings, and is speaking to you now through this card, letting you know that you have been going in the wrong direction. If you're inquiring about a future decision, receiving this card is a definitive no. This is not the path to take. Instead, you are being asked to go back and start from the beginning. What are your values and core beliefs? What are you hoping to gain from this situation, or who are you attempting to become? Have your choices supported future versions of yourself in your life? Finally, where have you compromised your life's vision in pursuit of goals and expectations that belong to someone else? Corn Maze offers a final message. There is more than one way to achieve a goal. The path you are on now is not the way, and there may be another path that is much better suited to you. To find this path, take time to find out who you truly are now and who you're becoming. Then your inner self will have what it needs to take you from point A to point B. So, corn mazes are often confusing. It can be really easy to fucking get lost, okay? it can be very easy to get lost. But just like getting lost in a corn maze, there will always be someone to guide you out of it, okay? It might be. If that's what it's saying for you, then sure. Go with whatever you feels right. I also do get the sense, though, that it's just kind of like, also kind of telling you not to worry too much if you're feeling a little bit lost and unsure of where to go. It's very much going in line with that 7 of coins there, about like reflecting on what's working and what isn't, and making adjustments, okay? So, reflect on what isn't working, what isn't working, and, find where that energy can be best used, okay? If, you're lost and feeling stuck, and you're feeling like this isn't like the right path out, trust that there is a different one. And even if it seems unclear right now, you'll find it eventually, okay? Is mostly the message that is coming from the corn maze for me. But, as always, you'll know what that message truly means. And if it's telling you something specific, go with it. Just make sure it's not that self-doubt talking. It's the only thing I'll add. When we're learning to listen to ourselves and trust our inner guidance, it can sometimes be very, very hard to discern what's actually intuition and what's just that fear speaking. So, yeah. So, yeah. Just remember that things will get better. Things will get better. And yeah, like if you need to when you reflect on like what's working and what isn't and stuff, and you feel like things with your current job or whatever aren't working, like, yeah, it's okay to explore to see if there's anything else. So, but yeah, just continue following where your heart is leading you and where that inner guidance is leading you. You'll know what feels right and what doesn't. And that's pretty much probably just what really needs to be reflected on. So. But yeah. Let's see what the Embroidered Graveyard Oracle has to say for you. Yep. If that couldn't be more on the nose. Abundant intuition. Follow those instincts. Your spirits have sent this card your way because they want you to meditate and draw back your power. Growing our intuition is a messy, guttural thing. Allow yourself this mess. It's your birthright. You are entitled to the journey, the discovery, and the mistakes which you will learn from. These are gifts, and they are yours. Do not let anyone tell you the one way, because that's just their way. Allow yourself space to find your way. Take advice from your ancestors and spirits, but don't let any words from anyone rob you of the opportunity to grow. Search and grow without criticism or judgment. Carve space and give yourself a place to be wild. Alrighty. So there you go. Follow those instincts. Okay. Oof. Darn hiccups. Alrighty. So I hope that message helped, Bree. I love that like, the affirmation you got, Egg, is just very much leaning into that just kind of, like, energy of just, like, silliness. Alrighty. So, let's go ahead and see what closing message they have for us tonight. What message would you like to close us out with? How fitting. We have 4 cards here, actually. We have the 10 of coins, the Hermit reversed, the 2 of coins, and the 6 of swords. Lots of coin energy today. Okay, so with this 10 of coins energy, okay, there's definitely like that energy and that message of just kind of like that security that you seek here, okay? That security, whether this be just like, obviously with coins there's an emphasis on, you know, financial security, but it does not just have to be financial security, okay? The security that you're seeking for yourself, okay, it's on its way and it's coming, okay? This is exactly what this 6 of Swords energy is going to be talking about here, okay? And in fact, I'm just gonna kind of move it over here. Okay. It's coming. You will be moving into, like, this better space, moving into better things in your life, okay? This security, stability, and just the things you're seeking, the goals you're working towards, okay? They're possible and they're coming. This will be a space that you'll move into soon, okay? But first, you need to put yourself out there, okay? Because this Hermit card reversed is speaking of isolation. It's speaking to just kind of fearing putting yourself out there, fearing connecting with others. Fearing just this openness, okay? This is something that you need to work with, something that you need to... something that you need to release before you can move forward, to continue moving forward into this space and welcoming these things in for yourself, okay? If you don't put yourself out there, if you don't try, you'll never really know what the result might be, okay? And again, this applies to anything. It's not just about, like, again, like going back to that financial security, okay? It's not just about that. It's about, like, whatever you're working towards currently, whatever goals you're seeking, whatever it is that you're working on, like, manifesting for yourself. Okay. You have to put yourself out there. You have to try first, before you actually truly know what the results will be. But if you continue getting stuck, if you continue getting stuck in the past, if you continue getting stuck in the past and you don't allow yourself to move forward into better places, into brighter shores, into healthier, more fulfilling spaces, you'll never know. So, make sure you're not isolating yourself. Make sure you're actually putting yourself out there, okay? And make sure you're prioritizing what matters, okay? The Two of Coins is all about balance and all about prioritization, okay? See, that's the energy of the Two of Coins. It's about making sure that the priorities are in order. Make sure you're actually putting that energy where it's needed, where it's useful, where it'll reach its highest potential. Okay? Also, no problem, Meg. Thanks for stopping by. So, hello. So, make sure you're actually putting that energy into what matters, okay? Make sure you're prioritizing the correct things. And this involves, again, putting yourself out there. Okay. Okay. So, let's see. We have two cards. We have grieving and wool. Okay. I have a feeling that this one's just kind of going into that like energy of like living in the past. Which is kind of would be calling on like the reversal energy of this card a little bit, the Six of Swords. Okay. The chambers of your mourning are surrounded by nothingness, emptiness waiting to be seen. Keywords here are grief, mourning, deep sorrow, and heartbreak. Your higher self chose this card because grief isn't just about the death of a loved one. Mourning is defined as feeling regret or sadness about the loss or disappearance of something. You can grieve the end of a career, a move from one place to another, letting go of a dream, or seeing your children leave the nest. While grief isn't pleasant, it's important to acknowledge the loss of something or someone that was important to you. Doing so doesn't reduce the love you had for what you've lost, but it does give you a way to let go and move on. To ignore your sadness is to deny a meaningful part of your life story. Pulling grieving is an opportunity to embrace the heavy emotions you have been carrying. Express the fullness of your heartache as a tribute to what once was, and then once you have cried, screamed, gotten angry, or sad, your spirit will be free. It's only when you deny your grief that it becomes baggage. Will you still feel sad from time to time? Of course. Memories have a way of creeping in, even with a healthy grief process, but it won't be a constant thorn in your soul. This card also reminds you that it's okay to feel sorrow for something or someone who is gone, even if that person or thing brought you great harm. The bad memories don't erase the good ones, and there's nothing wrong with cherishing any happiness you once experienced together. It doesn't matter if other people don't understand your grief, because it isn't theirs to understand in the first place. Which is true. Healing isn't linear, and the grief process is different for everyone. It's okay if you're still experiencing pain from past experiences. It's okay if you're still hurt by the things you're currently experiencing. And then we have Wool, which I don't think is a card that we've ever gotten from this deck. You are woven with an embrace, protective, loved, and the familiarity of finally being home. Keywords are security, going very in line with that, safety, cozy corner, sacred space, comfort, and feeling at home. Your higher self chose this card because you need to be reminded that self-care comes in many forms. Sometimes getting dressed in the morning is what you need to feel motivated, renewed, and powerful, while other times it's standing your ground and saying no. When Wool comes into your reading, it's to guide you to find self-care in the small moments of life. That can mean snuggling up in your favorite blanket, or finding a quiet corner to dig into a beloved book for the 15th time. It could mean buying a little cabin in the woods somewhere off the beaten path, or heading home for a few days, so your parents can hold you and tell you it'll be alright. There are some places that just feel like home, and some things such as a security blanket that make you feel safe. Receiving this card is your sign that what you need now more than anything else is a feeling of something familiar. Wait before starting something new or making any decisions. Instead, seek out some time to reconnect with what once gave you a feeling of peace and ease. Feeling safe allows you to evaluate your situation from a secure place rather than one of fear and anxiety. You'll be able to see your circumstances from the outside rather than standing right in the middle. If you've pulled this card with Corn Maze, you are guided to start from the beginning so you can reconnect with what's important to you pre you got that card. Huh. Unfortunately, my queue is closed for the night. This is just a closing message. I'm sorry. A closing collective message. But I will be back on Thursday. I try to stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, so if you want to stop by another time, you're more than welcome to. Alright. And let's see what the embroidered graveyard has. Hello. We have 3 apparently. Also, it says we have ads starting in a few seconds, so I'll pause. Just so like part of the message isn't getting cut off for people who might be getting ads. So I'll pause and wait for the ads to finish before I get into reading these cards, but I will put them out really quick. So we have Brother, again, for the 3rd time, Rest, and Transform. Also, I do just want to say too, as well, I do have, oh, never mind. There are the ads, of course. They just waited for me to speak. I swear it always fucking works like that. It's just like, once I start complaining or start speaking, the ads are just like, nah, I'm gonna interrupt you. I know! The ads have been like so delayed lately. It's just like, can you get your shit together and like figure out what you want to do here? Are you gonna play or not? Sometimes you like work immediately and then other times it's just like, nah. I'm gonna be a dick and interrupt you. Okay. Ad break should be over. But I also do want to say too, as I was starting to say, for when I'm not like online or for when you want to like ask a specific question or get like a specific type of reading, I do offer paid readings as well, but they're completely optional. You're never obligated to give me money or like pay for readings. Ever. The ones that I offer on stream are always free. Always. I just have the option for paid readings for those who want them. And those can be found on my coffee commission shop for anyone who might ever be interested. So actually, for the direct link to the commission shop, the command would be shop. And I will be expanding those readings here very soon as well. for the types that I do offer on my commission shop. But yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the embroidered graveyard oracle cards. That's the word I'm looking for. Once again, for the third time, we have brother. So they really want to let us know that really want us to lean into that lighthearted energy where we don't have to be so fucking serious. Apparently. I feel like these two are very much going in line. A brother spirit has come to meet you. Oh, sorry, this is the spirit communing section. A brother spirit has come to meet you, and he brings with him an abundance of excitable energy because everything in this world fascinates him. They could be living or past and of any gender. He is so willing to pedal you anywhere you want to go on the back of his little push bike. So where will it be today? Let him cheer you up with adventure, laughter, and maybe just a pinch of mischief. If someone, male or female, presents you with this energy and an invitation for an adventure, please consider saying yes. That's Brother Spirit guiding you to accept more fun into your life. And the introspection section for this card says, the boundless energy of the brother archetype asks us to be more free and willing to go on adventures. Plan the essentials and be safe, of course, but never forget to have fun and always be on the lookout for the small things that bring you joy too. It doesn't have to be an expensive trip. It could be the rushing feeling of riding a bike downhill. When was the last time you just let go and gave yourself permission to have fun for the sake of it? Brother Archetype says try it today and surprise yourself with something out of the ordinary. And we have rest to go along. I just noticed rest is 21 and transform is 20. Huh. Spirit communing section. We can sometimes become lost in time. Time wasted, time stressed over, and time lost. We spend a large portion of our lives asleep, but even that we don't do enough of. We are chronically sleep deprived or suffering from poor quality sleep on a global scale. Your spirits and ancestors want you to know if things feel hard, then learn to rest, not quit. You don't have to get there yesterday. You are right when and where you were supposed to be. What if we relaxed just a pinch so we actually enjoyed the journey we were on? Rest says it's happening. It's on its way to you. Ooh. What did I say earlier? It's happening. It's on its way to you. Don't fret, sweet one. Come sit by old Mama Bear and rest for a while. The introspection section for this says, please don't let toxic productivity get you burnt out. Take your time and give your body what it needs. Trust yourself enough to know that you can manifest easily in tune with the universe. Rest wants you to slow up on the conscious and ego of the push and grind of hustle culture. Relax and align. Manifest in your sleep by using the mantra, I trust the universe and myself that I can manifest my goal with ease and grace. Or how about this one? With an abundance of time and resources, I am achieving my goals. That one got me through the final part of creating this deck you hold. See? It works. So, that could also be where some balance is needed, okay? And where you need to reprioritize some things. That includes yourself. That includes yourself. The spirit communing section says, it's time. Do you feel it? Everything is guiding you to the next level of transformation. The autumn of your life approaches. Let all that no longer serves you fall away with as much weight as a dead leaf. You are outgrowing your old self and making room for your higher self. Shed this skin without fear or judgment. Allow yourself to be messy through this. Welcome the mess as a necessary catalyst for change. And introspection section for this says, human beings cannot help but progress. Any action you repeat will get better. You will get better at. Ugh. Any action you repeat, you will get better at. It is impossible to not get better, faster, more efficient with practice. Remind yourself of this whilst you practice. This card says if you feel like crap and you've been doing the work, this might just be your moment. That breakthrough period of change. Keep going. At the end of every dark night is a sunrise. No matter how long or dark that night feels, at some point the sun will come. This card also says if you feel like crap and you haven't been doing the work, this is your invitation to get started now. The best time to plant a tree for that sweet fruit was 10 years ago, but the second best time is to just start right now. Alrighty. So. What do I like to say very frequently? That rest and action need to be balanced. You can't always be pushing yourself. Take action on things, but make sure you're making time for rest. If you keep pushing yourself and pushing yourself and pushing yourself, you're eventually going to run out of steam and you're going to burn yourself out, and that gets you nowhere good. You can't always be productive, you can't always be 100% on. You need to take time for yourself, you need to take time for rest. Okay? Make sure those things are in balance. And contrary to popular belief, rest is part of the manifestation cycle. Manifestation is equal parts dreaming and thinking, planning, taking action, and rest. All four of those components are necessary. Okay. So, I hope that message helped. Unfortunately, though, with that, it's time for me to leave. So, thank you all for stopping by. Whether you joined the queue, talked in chat, or just lurked, I appreciate you sharing your time with me. I hope to see you all again soon, and I hope to share the new decks we got with the goal we met just the other day. And bye for now.